All right, so in a previous video, I talked about the price not being the sale. Now we're going to talk about solution dumping. Solution dumping is a big no-no. You'll see a lot of salespeople or inexperienced salespeople do that. As a matter of fact, a lot of people just in general, even when you're passionate about something, you want to show everybody how good something is, everything that you have to offer. If you even think about it in dating, a lot of times people go overboard, like, oh, I'm so great, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. And at the end of the day, that is very overwhelming to the person that you're speaking to. You don't want a solution dump on anybody. And solution dumping is where you're just trying to overcompensate or overdo whatever the solution is. And statistically speaking, you have people who, at the end of the day, things that are less complicated or minimalistic are more attractive because people don't have to think too hard. They don't have to do too much. If you put 10 things out in front of somebody, or you've ever been to a restaurant and it's so elaborate, the menu's got like 50 different items or 100 different items, you're just kind of overwhelmed, like, I don't know what to get. Versus you go somewhere else and it's a simple menu right in front of you. You got, I don't know, 10 different options, 3 different options, 5 different options. At the end of the day, it's so much more easy, and they actually usually charge more when they have lists on the menu. So something that you want to get used to doing is not solution dumping, not trying to tell the customer, demonstrate everything that your company has to offer, but only focus on the things that are going to be important to that customer. And again, I always say, ask those surface level questions so that you can use a pain funnel, identify the pain, and then drill in on that pain. So let's say that you go to the doctor's got all types of medicine. If the doctor doesn't ask you what it is that your pain is, they could literally prescribe you anything under the sun, but that's not going to solve your problem. And then at the end of the day, you're going to be kind of like, I don't know if I want to go back to that doctor. I don't trust them. They're just, they're giving me a whole bunch of stuff and it doesn't work. So they have to ask, first of all, how are you feeling? What's going on with you? So that they can then ask even more tailored or specific questions to try to identify the deeper issue or even get to the root of what your problem is, and then prescribe the right medicine so that you can feel like in the future, this pain that I have is going to be gone. And then maybe even put in your mind that the pain can get so much worse that you end up buying this medicine or whatever the case is, so that you don't get even to a worse place than you already currently are. So solution dumping is overwhelming, it's confusing, it's not what the customer actually needs, and it's most likely not even what they want when you just continue to just ramble down the line of things that your company has to offer. And a lot of times it's irrelevant, it's overload. So what you really want to do is just stick to a few different things. And even if the customer can use 10 different things that your company provides, maybe try 2 or 3. If you can get a customer to say, there's something called a monkey paw, which we'll talk about that another day. But car industry, for instance, you buy your car, the company doesn't even really make, the dealership doesn't actually make money off the car itself. They're making money when you come back to service it. So I'm not gonna sell you all these different services. I'm gonna sell you the car. Because if I sold you the car, now I know you're gonna have to come back and you're gonna get more and more and more and more and more. It's not good to have too many choices. And if you can limit those choices, you can kind of hook your client or the customer to thinking about these specific things that now are going to solve, maybe a great bulk of their problems. And then you can get even deeper and more intricate or intimate with those problems or the solutions that you're providing. And you can keep on adding to that list. And, maybe you got different services or firmware or more software upgrades or whatever the case is. At the end of the day, again, you buy an iPhone, the software does come with it, but there's apps. There's all types of stuff. At the end of the day, when you download an app, you download the app. The app might be free, but there's always purchases that you make inside the app. That's where they're making the money. So all you need to do is get the customer on board, and then, the rest of the work is already done. So that's my take on solution dumping. I see it all the time. You never want to throw all your goodies out at the customer. And again, let's just say that you did do that. Then what else do you have? Say you're on a date, let's say you're male, female, whatever it is, and you just told this guy or girl, hey, this is all that's so great about me. They have nothing else to wonder about you. So if you just show them a little bit and they're like, this guy or this girl's kind of interesting, I want to know more. That desire to know more or want more is what's going to keep them coming back. But if you just throw everything at them, there's nothing else kind of left to the imagination and no real desire to come back. So hopefully that's helpful. And again, another reason why I don't solution dump, provide the actual solution, limit the options, and then in the future, if you want to, give them 10 other options, then cool. But get them on board as a customer first. Thank you. Again, support me, support the channel. All you gotta do is share the video, like it, hit the subscribe button. I thank you very much, and hopefully this was helpful.